Oh, hello.
Just had to get in here for the video.
We literally just barely sat down, whipped out the camera, and sure enough, this little guy came over.
And he's like in between us. Do you see this? He's like, I don't know. Okay, there we go. Half is on me, half is on Jared. Okay, Betty, just sit down. That's so funny. It's like he hears the beep of the camera.
I know, he does.
And he's like, I know what's going on. I'm coming over for the action.
Well, guys, welcome back. Good to have you. Good to see you again.
Welcome back to our house. You guys, our quiet house.
Wow, it is quiet in here for the first time in a long time. And you know what? It's like a bittersweet, you know? It's nice to have our own space, but it's also sad because no one's here.
Yes.
We really enjoyed the time we had with family.
You guys have missed out on pretty much of the past almost 2 months of videos. As you know, we've been...
Almost more than that. Really like September, you could say. It was a lot.
It started a while ago, and we have had so much fun with our family members coming to see us here in Florida. We have been going, which so many of you guys, I've seen the comments, a lot of you guys are like, we hope you're resting up, taking some time. And you guys, we have been doing that.
That's honestly, that's where we've been like the last couple of days. That and another thing that we'll jump into here in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've honestly just kind of been like soaking in the last little bit of time that we have before jumping back into the swing of things.
I know, because life does not stop, obviously. Life keeps going.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is where we've been. I know you guys understand when we kind of take breaks. That is why, you know, we just need a little time away. Also, there is another reason why we were not videoing. As many of you guys know that have been following us, at least for the past year, if not longer than that, because we've obviously shared a lot of our infertility journey and struggles over the past, can you believe, almost 4 years?
Yeah.
That is just mind-blowing to me. But we had a pretty significant anniversary this past week, a couple of days ago. Yeah,
so on January 3rd was a year ago that day when I had the results of my microtestes surgery.
Yes.
Which you guys can only imagine, it was very tough for us, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, you've probably seen that video. If you're new here and you are going through infertility, go back and check out that video. I mean, I want to say we shared real time, but we actually took almost a month before we posted that and everything.
Yeah, it was about almost a month, but still.
Just because there was a lot going on, you guys.
Well, just the recovery on my end was like pretty intense. Like it took a long time and I'm still having issues from it.
Yeah, and that day, you know, that day of his surgery, we found out our life and our future would change forever. And so that was like a lot to take in, obviously. And as you guys know, this past year, we have just been going through healing. We've been trying to figure out what is the best step forward for our family. We know we've talked a lot about how we'll be sharing that. And you guys, honestly, we did plan on actually sharing that. We wanted to share it on the anniversary.
Yeah, we thought that would be really cool. But then like when the anniversary kind of came around, man, it hit us way harder. And we just kind of realized, you know what, we're not really ready.
You guys, emotionally, it took a toll on us. And obviously we had family in town too. And so that was a distraction for us. We were really busy with family. As you guys know, like Jared's brother Brandon, his family kind of came unexpectedly last minute because we were planning on like filming that video. But I'm actually kind of grateful that we didn't, because we took that day, you guys, and we just kind of grieved. And all those emotions, that flood of emotions when you go through something traumatic like that, just kind of hit us. And
it was almost kind of like it was just kind of like a flood of emotions. A big old wave just kind of crashed down on us that we weren't anticipating.
I know. And so as you can imagine, us sharing the steps that we're hoping to take to start our family during that time, it just didn't feel right. And so I know so many of you guys are asking, when are you going to give us the update? What's going on? And I know so many of you guys care about us. You are invested in, you know, our little family here. But at the end of the day, we have to share this news and what we do choose to share about kind of steps forward.
Because you guys can imagine, this is like extremely like personal to us.
Yeah, this is our real life. I know sometimes I think with social media we forget, especially because there's like entertainment channel, there's lots of different channels and things, but when it comes to our infertility journey, like this is our real
extremely personal
that we're going through it almost real time right now, obviously. You know, so that's why we were like, you know what, we're gonna take the day, we're not gonna put out that video because we want that video to be really special. It's obviously something huge and that we're so excited about as well. I feel like we've come leaps and bounds from where we were last year. As you guys can probably, I mean, you guys have seen us through the year. And for us, personally, just speaking for us in our own journey, it's taken a lot of time to just like go through and to be in a good place. And we do feel like we are in that place.
Well, and on top of that, I mean, just for me, like, you know, personally, like, it's been a long time just kind of recovering from the surgery, to actually be in the right state of mind to actually think about it, like, and process it correctly. And for me, it's just been difficult because I've been going through all sorts of stuff that I feel like could have been a stem from the surgery.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Obviously, you guys know all of Jared's health stuff.
Yeah.
And because we did, and I feel bad, you guys, because we are not dragging this out. It's not anything like that. We're not trying to, it's been a long time since we even, I feel like, have talked about infertility. But I know a while back when we were actually like feeling really good, we've kind of made a decision. We were planning on that. That's when all of Jared's health stuff with like the cancer scare and everything came up. And it was just like, oh my gosh, like, can we catch a break with things? And so we put a pause on it there. So anyways,
then we had a ton of family come visit. And then we went to Utah for a month.
Great. And then,
then we had more family visiting.
And then it's just like boom, 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 boom. And then for this anniversary, like I said, I think unless sometimes you go through something, everyone handles grief differently, but and then, those emotions definitely hit us harder than
and I think what Brittany's like saying is that basically, like, we're expressing this and sharing this almost in like real time. But at the same time, like, this is obviously all new to us. We've never experienced anything like this before. And unless you've experienced something like this before, it's kind of hard to put into words or even know what we're going through.
Hopefully this helps you understand a little bit of kind of just where we're at with our infertility journey, the mindset and everything. And like we said, you guys, we are planning on sharing that. We're still, a lot of this, you guys, is us just deciding what we do want to put out to the world about this, because this is a very private subject. We want to do not only what's best for us, but for our future child, and we just, our children, I should say, who knows. But there's just a lot of aspects that go into it, and that's all stuff that you probably never even thought that you would need to think through, but we do need to think through it, and have been going back and forth with
it's not as simple as just like a vending machine, like, oh, this is what we're doing, you know, next. It's like there's a lot of process, a lot of thought that goes into it, and that's everything we're going through.
I know, I feel like one common thing I see on all of our videos for people that have never experienced infertility, and I'm giving the benefit of the doubt because I just think some people are uneducated about the whole process. Unless you're going through that, you wouldn't really know the details of it. But we see so many things that say, oh, just adopt, or oh, you're not supposed to like have kids. There's so many stigmas with it, and it's like, it's really easy to say that, but unless you're going through it, nothing is simple and cut and dry like that.
It's almost as if, like, you know, say for example, you just found out that you're paralyzed. It's like, oh, you have a wheelchair. It's like, yeah, but it doesn't take away from everything that I'm experiencing, this new normal that I'm gonna have to go through in life.
Yeah, there's just a lot of things you don't think through until you're in this situation. And I know the majority of you will hopefully understand and know that we're speaking from our hearts, and I even feel like us discussing where we're at right now is kind of vulnerable, and we're putting it out there. But I hope this gives everyone just kind of a little bit of a insight and clarity into
And especially for any of you guys out there going through infertility and experiencing anything similar to this, like, it's very difficult. There's no, that's like the sugar-coated way of saying that. But it's extremely hard, and you experience things that you never would have anticipated. You try to prepare yourself, you feel ready, and then you don't all of a sudden, because just like this January 3rd,
or you think one way, and then all of a sudden something happens, and it puts you back at step one. And I feel like also there's no one right time frame for any of this. Like, everyone's gonna have different time frames when they feel like they're ready to move on, and so that's just kind of some of the insights, you guys, into everything that's happening. And I know obviously we don't talk about this in every video. It's very sensitive. We share a lot of the fun aspects of life, which we are so blessed with. We're so grateful for, especially all this family and the time that we get to spend with them as well when they do come out, and our friends, and being in Utah for the holidays. Like, we realize there's so much we're grateful for. But in this video, we just wanted to give you a little insight into that other aspect that I know a lot of you guys know we're going through. And Yeah, it's a lot to deal with.
It's a lot, but we are getting through it one day at a time, which is very grateful. We're kind of getting back into our like regular routine and our habits of going to the gym, you know, not eating out, you know, for most of our meals, which was not good for our bank account either.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So there's a lot of things. It feels good. It feels so good to be back home. Oh my gosh, so good to be back home here in our little apartment. This is our little happy place. I don't want you to think that this doesn't mean we're not excited to move forward with our next steps, because we are. We're so excited, but at the same time, this past week has been really challenging, and I think harder than we thought, as we said, and it just didn't feel like the right time to share like what our next steps are. So we do want to make that a special video, as we mentioned, and give it the attention it deserves and try and communicate a lot of our feelings and everything like that. And it can be hard to do.
I think everyone out there can relate in some way or another. Like you feel ready and something in your life happens that's pretty tragic or tough or whatever the case is. And you know, it has you down for a little bit, and then you feel strong, you feel like you can go out and face the world again, and then something random happens and it completely just, you know, sweeps you off your feet. You're back down.
Knocks you over again.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Life, right?
Exactly. And then you kind of just slowly build up strength and build up strength and build up strength until eventually you can actually face the world again.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what we're going through.
So, you know, when one punch knocks you down, then you get back up, and then another one. Anyways, you guys are always so awesome. I know we have such an amazing community here online. We honestly, we feel pulled to share our story. Yeah. Because when we went through this, you guys, there was like basically no one that we could relate to, because it's just not talked about a lot. And there wasn't really anybody we could find to relate with, you guys, and it felt so isolating.
And that's why I kind of felt like the urge to maybe share my story, and I feel like I need to do like a follow-up on like a micro-testing, because what I experienced, you know, my thoughts and feelings on it have definitely changed pretty significantly from when I first had it, obviously like a year ago now. And what I feel now about it is pretty different.
Yeah. It's crazy, you guys. It's just like a roller coaster of
and the reason why I feel differently is because, well, I experienced a lot of stuff way down the line that I never knew was going to happen when it first happened.
Yeah, that's true. So you guys, that is everything in a little nutshell as of right now. We know you guys want what's best for us. You guys are our YouTube family. You have been through a lot of this stuff with us. You've been praying for us, and we are so incredibly grateful for you, for the support we feel, for the love we feel. And obviously with all that good, it does bring in some negativity, especially with sensitive subjects like this, when there's just a lot of things that go into it. But
exactly, and you know, people like that, if they want to be like that, they can be like that. You know, it's not going to affect us.
Yeah. So I know today's video, you guys, is different than our on the go jet skiing or whatever we've been doing the last few.
Water scooters, scooters,
you know, Christmas lights, all the fun stuff, which is awesome. But hopefully you guys enjoy just this little real glimpse into life and where we're at and everything.
I think this is the video that a lot of you guys were kind of hoping for, and so hopefully that also, you know, suffices for you guys as well.
Yeah, hopefully you can understand why now we haven't shared the next step. Obviously that's what everyone wants to know, you guys, and
heck, we want to know it too. Like we want to know it more so than you do.
Yeah, we want to put that out there. It's got to be when the time is right. So hopefully that'll be soon. We are gonna obviously put our mental health first, our well-being, before we share that news with the world. Oh yeah. But we are excited, and it will come just when the time is right.
I know. So thank you to all of you out there, to all your amazing prayers and messages and your thoughtfulness towards us. We really and genuinely appreciate it.
Yes, and for any of you that are going through infertility and the same thing, whether it be male factor or just any type of struggle right now, know that our prayers are with you. You can get through anything. It's gonna be hard, there's gonna be ups and downs. But at the end of the day, we are just putting all of our trust in God's timing, and we know that everything will work out how it's supposed to. So with that, you guys, we are gonna sign off from Fort Lauderdale. We love you, and we will see you all next time.
Love you guys. Bye.